Rooney. And Sapphire, how are you, my friend?
I'm so good. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. Let me find my co-host here, the great Jaybird Wells, as they say. I don't know who's saying it, don't know why they're saying it, but dollars to donuts. And let's hope Jay brought the donuts. We will get this going. And we'll see if she'll pick up the old Skype Rooney, and we'll get this happening. So, Sapphire, tell me a little bit about how we find you online and social media and all that.
So I'm at sapphirehart.com, and that's SapphireHart.com.
Fantastic.
And that way you can find all my social media, and most of my handles are Sapphire_Hart, if that makes it easier.
Awesome. So, how did you get started doing the music thing?
Oh man, I was really kind of born into it, to be honest. My mother was a recording artist. She was actually a country music singer. So I was at studio sessions at like 5 and 6 years old, hanging out with the band and helping her pick demos and all that stuff. And at like 11, I wrote my first song. So it started really early.
Wow. That's tremendous. That is tremendous. So, where do you see all this music stuff taking you? What are some of your goals?
That's a great question. I think for me, my biggest thing is just to be able to really inspire the next creator. Like, I feel like I'm a creator's creator. I really like making music, and I really pay attention to music, the formula of music. And so I just would want to be that person for someone else to be like, wow, like I want to write music. I want to start, because I have so many people who did that for me. And I also I have definitely like some big things that are on my heart as far as like community building, philanthropy work. So with a platform, I would definitely be using that to uplift those communities that I feel really need an extra hand.
Awesome. Sapphire Hart with us today. She joins us live here on Skype. And so what are some feedback you've gotten on your music, and just criticism, anything you've gotten?
So far, it's been really great. It's funny, like, I always hold my breath when I play my music for someone, just because it's like the most vulnerable part of myself being revealed. And every time that I have, people have been really gracious. They've been very complimentary of the music, of the sound. And I've gotten a lot of like boost in my social media and in my plays, literally just from word of mouth, from people who have just been like raving about my songs to someone else, and then they start to listen and they share and they listen. So yeah, everything's been good so far. But I know, everyone has their own personal taste, and I never take it personally if someone were to say that they didn't like my music. I understand artists, it's not a cookie cutter way to make art please every single person.
That's a tremendous way of looking at things. So, you've had a lot of success with your music. What do you want folks to get out of your music?
I feel like I make music that's like affirmations, or that just kind of allows clarity to come from situations, and that people can relate to. So my last single, or my newest single, excuse me, that just dropped on Friday, Toxic Love Story. It is about a relationship that I was in, and it's 100% true, unfortunately. But when I wrote the music, it helped me process the relationship. It helped me process what had happened. And I remember playing it for my mom, and she was like, girl, you gotta let them know, like, you gotta share this with other people. This is something that would help a lot of women, or men, just people who've been in toxic love stories, who thought they were in love, and kind of had to see all the red flags for what they were.
Yeah. We have got Sapphire Hart with us today. She joins us live here on Skype to discuss her music and everything else. So, who are some of the different folks you've worked with over the years?
Oh man, early on I got signed to a production record deal, and I was in the studio with Jill Scott. I got to meet Wyclef Jean. Those are like the two big names that I think that I can say without messing up anything for myself.
Fantastic. So what were they, talking to you about your music and everything? Because I'm sure you guys had discussions.
Well, it was not actually for my music. I'm a songwriter first and foremost.
Okay.
So it was in the
Awesome.
sessions to work on other people's music. So I was really listening more than anything. Just listening to what they had to say, how they operated in the space, and soaking it all up like a sponge.
So, what's been the best advice you've ever been given on your music?
Well, one, keep going, and two, make it as vulnerable and personal as possible, because that really is what mostly will resonate with people the most. So, yeah, how many times can I say most? But yeah, just to be honest in your music and allow vulnerability. That's okay.
Tremendous. We have got a great guest with us today. Sapphire Hart joins us here on our big broadcast here on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience on 990 WBOB, also iHeartRadio as well. So, how did you get into the songwriting aspect of what you're doing?
Oh man, I started writing music at probably like 9-10 years old, but didn't know it. Like, I had no idea I was writing music. And then it became like, oh, I heard this song for like in my head for Whitney Houston. So I would like write down like whatever the lyrics were, which were probably terrible, and would post it. And my mom like would come into my room and I'd have these little postcards of different songs written everywhere. And so my mom would be like, oh, I think you're writing music. And I was like, oh, is that what I'm doing? I really didn't even know. It was just kind of coming and pouring out of me. And so she really was supportive with that. And I got this like little 8-ball cork board, and I would put all the little song lyrics on the cork board. And yeah, that's kind of where it all began, at the tender age of 11.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So, what's been some struggles you've had over the years?
Well, I've had some personal struggles with homelessness out in New York City, which was really kind of a character-defining moment for me. I look at it like that, at least. I was young, I was driven, I was out here chasing my dream, and it was so interesting because my personal life was terrible, like just on a downward spiral, but my career was blossoming. And it was kind of weird to figure out it was hard to figure out the balance, but it was, like I said, it was a really character defining moment in my life. And it's something that's etched on my heart. So like I was saying about the philanthropy work that I want to do, that's definitely something that I want to lend my hand to and my voice to really start getting funding and just figure out ways that we can help artists who aren't struggling with like addiction or anything like that, but just kind of fell on hard times, how to help them, because people need help.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to go to Toxic Love Story. I appreciate you making time for us today and coming on. I appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
And I hope you guys love Toxic Love Story. It's from my heart to yours.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with everything, and thanks for doing this, my friend. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your weekend.
You too. There she goes, Sapphire Hart, and it is Toxic Love Story, and it's here on your world famous Jiggy Jaguar Radio broadcast. Back here in a few moments.
Calling women's intuition. I knew something was up from the beginning. Cause as soon as you put the key in the ignition, then you wanna suddenly start confessing that you got a homegirl back home, and she got a kid that's been grown. Man, I should've seen it coming all along. Yeah, my friends saw it coming all along. When you told me you had a girlfriend, Think I threw up in my mouth like 10 times. I cannot believe I fell for your lies. I cannot believe that I let my pride break me down to shit. I'm bad with this hoe. Sat right across and broke bread with this hoe. Man, I can't believe I kept my mouth closed. Man, I can't believe I came out my clothes. Held you down and kept your secrets on low. Had me feeling like a snap episode. My hindsight is 2020, and you were nothing good for me. Manipulated like a dummy. At least I can say I learned from it. But how do we get back when we know we're on the wrong track? I thought I was in love. It goes back. Hold up, wait, call back. No, please stay. Get out my face. Go leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. I need you here. This toxic love story's like, wait, call back. No, please stay. Get out my face. Go leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. I need you here. This toxic love story's like, had me convinced I could trust you. Then called me crazy when I called you. You showed me who you were the first time. Silly me, I didn't believe ya. Had me convinced that I could trust ya. They called me crazy when I called ya. You showed me who you were the first time. Silly me, I didn't believe ya. I was so colorblind when you showed the warning signs, flashing bright in neon lights. Stevie Wonder wouldn't have to wonder. Hold up, wait, call back. No, please stay. Get out my face. Go leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. I need you here. This toxic love story's like, hold up, wait, call back. No, please stay. Get out my face. Go leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. I need you here. This toxic love story's
That is Toxic Love Story. It's Sapphire Hart, and it's here